Hello, this is just a quick video about a source that we used to use when we used a textbook that was way too expensive, and I don't think they publish anymore. It was an essay by Ingrid Banks called Hair Matters, or actually called Hair Still Matters. And you can look at the book, which is 24 years old now, through the library if you so choose. What Banks did was interviewed a group of women about their relationship to their hair, black women in particular. And she found some interesting patterns in the meanings of hair for black women. So there are many black women in this class, and I think I should add a discussion about this so that uh, everybody, man, woman, intersex, trans, non binary, all of those choices, or regardless of your race and your background, so you can all kind of talk a little bit about hair and relationships to hair if you choose to. Some of Banks' important points are that, first of all, as children, black women or black girls often struggle with getting their hair done and the different choices for taking care of hair. I could tell you stories about that because my children have very different hair textures, and neither of them like to have their hair done, and both of them are very tender headed. So even though I know how to style their hair, it's pure pain. And they usually run around looking like their mother doesn't love them. So there used to be a lot of laws as well about black women and the hairstyles they could wear. The idea that natural hair is empowering is possibly something that we're still familiar with, but also the status of having long flowing hair, either a human hair weave or an expensive lace front human hair wig, makes very often makes people feel like they're more powerful, and this is true for black women as well. Banks also talks about Serena Williams and the ways that, well, many people talk about how Serena Williams has been a controversial figure in popular culture, and you may not be familiar with how things were when Serena's first came, Serena and Venus first appeared as a force to be reckoned with, but there were a lot of negative reactions from many of the other tennis players. So let's see if we can get a picture of Serena Williams with the beads in her hair. When Venus and Serena initially had these beads in their hair, other tennis players complained because they said the beads made too much noise and they disrupted the silence that was supposed to happen in the tennis game. And there was all kinds of crazy controversy about how they would wear their hair. As you know, there's also controversy about the outfits that Serena wears and about the noise that Serena makes when she hits the ball 5,000 miles an hour. Back in the day, too, Allen Iverson was one of the first basketball players to wear braids in his hair. So, really amazing styles, all kinds of amazing patterns and everything in his braids. But he was one of the first basketball players, again, back in the day, 25 years ago and more, to wear his hair in braids and to kind of flaunt this incredible form of style that was really unfamiliar to white people, and therefore that some white people found inappropriate. And the last issue about hair and power is something I want to remind you of is when a little boy in a wrestling match who in order to essentially the he had very long, he had fairly long locks, not too long, and the referee forced him to cut his hair because he said that it was, I don't know why, no really good reason, but forced him to cut his hair, which was long and, very well cared for locks because for some reason he thought wrestlers all had to have super short hair. So that was another big controversy about hair. Anyway, those are the questions that come up in the quiz for Black Sexual Politics. And like I said, I will add a discussion about hair for any of you who want to add to it and update those ideas. Have a great day.